Why is there noise coming from 4 different directions just as I start recording? Oh my god! Hello everyone and welcome to the kitchen, or as I like to say, creative work area, because today we're going to be taking these ingredients and creating them into something. What are we going to be doing? We're going to be making cheese scones. Now this isn't going to be a tutorial because the recipe in question was passed down from generations, but I'll be doing this, I'm going to be making them and chatting to you in an entertaining manner that hopefully you stay. I've also got questions, well I googled questions to ask yourself, so I'll be answering them throughout the evening if I can't come up with anything to say. That was a bit much of the milk there, but it's fine. It's fine. Now you want to whisk until the mixture is mixed together. Now the reason we're making cheese scones is because my family has a tradition with cheese scones, and my grandma would make them on special occasions, and offer them round. I had to, scale just turned off as I started pouring there. Really wanted to make me look like an idiot. I had to torture her, my grandma, to get the recipe out of her. She's still in hospital to this day. So we need 3 ounces of butter here. 3.1. Good enough! That's how I got through school, was good enough. Fun facts by me. Shall we have a first question? I feel like we're already desperate enough for the first question. So the first question is, when was the last time you said you loved yourself to yourself? Yeah. Well, the last time was when I was in Paris. I was standing under the Eiffel Tower, surrounded by couples getting proposed to. And I looked around, and from that moment on, I went, you know what, Ewan? Mr. Ewan, the E-Dog. Please don't call me that. I went, I love you. And then he said, I think we should just be friends. So, thanks for bringing it up. It's quite a triggering memory, actually. So, what we're doing is we're dicing the butter. Yes, we are. Why are we dicing the butter? So it's easier to make into crumbs. How have you been? Have you been alright? That's good. We now get to sift the flour. You just give it some taps and it's snowing. Into fine, self-raising flour flakes. Now, I have to put my hands in, so we'll have another question as we do this. What would I do with my life if my life had no limits? Well, me, because I'm asking it to myself, I would had no limits. Life had no limits. Well, I would be married to an alien dragon from the planet Crypto in the Diluvion section, and I would be having my holidays on Mars, where me and my dragon alien human hybrid children would be swimming in the galactic pool, as I am a secret agent for the Galactic Federation under witness protection. That's what I would be doing if life had no limits. At the moment, if you're interested, what I'm doing is breaking the salt / flour with the butter and making crumbs. That's how you make crumbs, ladies and gentlemen. What you do is you finger it through. You knead it through is the correct term, but you use your fingers and you just crush and open up the butter there until it's nice and crummy. What's the next step? That's a good idea. We've got to grate some cheese. Crush in my hands, you pathetic piece of butter. You never live on again in this life apart from being crumbs. Crumbs that your God, myself, has made into you. More. I'm not very good at grating. I'm just not used to the movement. I mean, come on, it was an easy joke and it was there and I took it. Today we'll be using two types of cheese, just because I'm a cheapskate, because one's a very expensive tasty cheese and the other is just normal cheddar. When you're doing this, if you are trying to work along at home, A, Y and B, good for you, and C, use extremely sharp, apparently is the phrasing used on the packaging, cheese, because then you'll get a nice rich flavour after the cooking has actually commenced. Next question, are you a human being or a human doing? I'm a human being, just like everyone else on the planet. Not cats and dogs, they're cats and dogs. Well, maybe they're human doings, because apparently that's a thing. Stupid question. This is the longest part of the process, is the shaving of the cheese, and it is a bit of a shaving if you ask me. Gotta be careful with a cheese grater because you could grate your fingers and that hurts. Cheese grater is the deadliest weapon on the planet. When wars have been won with cheese grating. I'll show you what the crumbs are like actually. They're like this. Crumbs, that's what they're like. They're like fucking crumbs. Right, we then get this cheese and we plonk it in the mixture and then we mix the mixture with the cheese. You then take a drink of tea, it's in the recipe. You then take some more cheese and sprinkle it in, nice and delicately. You want to do it nice and delicately, so it really gets the flavour in there. Am I following the crowd, or am I listening to my own heart and intuition? Well, I'm the only one in the house right now, so there's not a crowd. Right, now we've mixed in the cheese. The cheese is mixed into the crumb mixture. We then get this, remember this, the eggy milk. We then pour it in gradually, so it all sticks together. I don't know how to describe it, in a dough maybe? Didn't realise the spoon's useless and holding you back, so you get your hands in. That's it, just squish it all together in a nice ball. That's lovely, that's lovely. There's also another recipe I want to get out of her. It's a soup recipe for mushroom soup. She makes it on every dinner party, yet no one else knows how to make it. My father tries to replicate it, but he too also wouldn't give me the discount version of the recipe. And before you lay the dough out, you want to get this. Realise it's all greasy and wash it. Excuse me, I'm going to have to move the camera. And we're back. So what I've done is I've washed it, dried it, and then sprinkled some flour on, so when the baking occurs, that it doesn't stick. Now I'm just going to knead this dough mixture with my hands. Now usually I would use a rolling pin, but I'm trying a new strategy because recently my scones haven't risen, if you know what I mean. So instead of doing that, I want to try and keep as much air in as possible, because usually you roll it out and then use a cutter to slice out portions. What I'm going to do is just knead it the same way to get the same texture as if I was using a roller pin, and then taking a bit out, putting it into a ball like so, just because then it's thicker. We can even go a bit bigger than that and then plopping it on there. When I said bigger, I meant bigger dough. There we go. Just because then it's already basically pre-risen, it just needs to do that last extra step so it can stop being a lazy dickhead and do its job. I blame the Australian self-raising flour. It's not the same as British self-raising flour. I also blame my oven for being a lazy git. When was the last time I did something fun? Well, this is pretty fun, if you ask me. I know none of you did, but thanks for staying with it. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I'm enjoying myself, having a pretty good time. Don't stop me now, etc, etc. No idea if this is going to work, to be honest. I'm just hoping. Clutching at straws at the moment, and they're pretty big, because usually this can make 12 and we've made 4 at the moment. So I'm just going to minimise the size just ever so slightly. So we're making dough balls is what we're making today. But it's all about experimenting here in, did I say creating corner or something? I don't know. I said something about creating station, wasn't it? At the start. I don't even listen to myself. I don't know why you're listening to me. Wait, no, we're being positive, asking me positive questions. When was the last time we did something fun? We've done that one. I'm panicking, so calm down, it's fine. Am I a source of inspiration for my friends and family? No. I'm just playing catch with myself because I've got no friends to play it with me. Oh, I wanted to do a 360. Oh, no, I don't trust myself. I did it. Woo! Yeah, these a bit big, you can't see, but it's fine. What we do next is we take the rest of the eggy mixture and we just lather it on the top there, nice and calmly. Yes. If these don't rise, I'm going to cry. All eggy. Great. It's a good moisturiser if you want to put it on your face and look like a weirdo. You then get the excess cheese you have and you sprinkle it on the top. Lovely. What that'll do is give a nice cheesy outside for the cheesy interior. It's very cheesy, this cheese scone. Always coming up with corny jokes. Get it? Guys? Get it? Because... oh, I forgot to preheat the oven. Preheat the oven to 200. There we go. And you want to leave it in there for about 15 minutes. I'll see you back here after I've tidied up the station and these have cooked in 15 minutes. I'll see you then. It's going to be seconds for you. In fact, it's and we're back. It's been a couple more minutes than 15, for me anyway, and the cheese scones are done. Again, they didn't rise as well as I wanted them to. As you can see, they just sort of flatten themselves out. There's something wrong with the cheese scones here. Well, not the cheese scones. The cheese scones taste delectable, but the flour, there's something wrong. I need to find good flour. I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself, hopefully. And if you have, leave a like on the video. If you want me to try a recipe, leave it in the comments. I might give it a gander. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.